No. Peace. I don't know what the heck. Oh, Lord. When I say this thing is giving me a headache, I don't feel like fighting whoever I have to fight tonight. It's like, what the heck? So did y'all hear me when I was freaking reading angel numbers and all of that? Did y'all hear any of that? Do I need to go back to that? Okay, y'all can hear me when I read it. So y'all heard everything? Yes, you're right. I just did a whole smudging when I was off with like, all right. I don't know. So did y'all hear what I said the next question was going to be? The person who can tell me first 2 benefits of Yoni steaming. What are the 2 benefits of Yoni steaming? Hey. I don't know what's going on with my internet, but it's dropping me and bringing me back in and dropping me again. Person who can tell me 2 benefits of Yoni steaming is going to win a smudge stick. You can go now. If you can tell me. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, Mal. I got you. So that's I'm gonna count that. I'm gonna count that as 1, Malvina. What's another one? Detoxing impurities and trauma. And what's another benefit? Making y'all work for this. As much as I be talking about Yoni steaming, I'm like, let me see. What's more? We weren't done with angel numbers. Which one's so I'll go back over and read the numbers. I know Bree had given me, I think, 311, and Marsha had given me 25. What was the other number? What's one more? So I need somebody to give me 2. You gave me. I'm considering your answer as 1, Malvina. What are 2 benefits of Yoni steaming? Detoxing the impurities and past trauma. I feel like that's 1 answer. What are 2 main benefits of Yoni steaming? Whoever answers it first, I'm giving you a sage stick. And then in the meantime, I can't remember what other angel numbers were there. What other angel numbers did we have? We had 25. We had 311. Don't cry. Tell me what the angel numbers are. I mean, tell me what the benefits are. Talk about the angel numbers. Tell me what the benefits are, sis. What's one more? The one that everybody does it the most for. Fertility and stress. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, yes, I'm going to give it to Tashia because, hi, how are you? Sis, you actually, Shayla, you actually got picked in the rotation of the business entrepreneurs. Mommy said makes me feel good. I know. The internet is jacked up tonight. We are having some technical difficulties. Yes, so all of these people are given excellent ideas. Tighten and tone, fertility issues and stress relief, detoxing past trauma. What else we got? Postpartum healing and menstrual relief. All of those are perfect answers. Makes me feel good. Perfect answer. But my sister Tashia put it up first. As far as putting up 2. All right, so I'm writing you down, sis. You got the sage stick. Tashia. I need you to email me your address, Tashia, please, so I can send it to you. Remind me what angel numbers we were reading, you guys, because I don't remember. I know we had 311, so I'm going to turn to that. Your energy and presence are gifts to the world. This is for Brie. I remember she had asked for this. Your awareness is open in line with the oneness of life. Your energy and presence are gifts to the world. Your awareness is open and aligned with the oneness of life. Marsha had asked for number 25. Mal, did you have another number you wanted me to look up? Your angels want you to trust that all your hard work and commitment will pay off. Soon you will enjoy the fruits of your labor. I love it. Your angels want you to trust that all your hard work and commitment will pay off. Soon you will enjoy the fruits of your labor. 518. That was the one I couldn't remember. Steph, you and Dom got selected for the first and second slots inside of the business suggestions. I meant business suggestions. The entrepreneur group. Woo, child, this energy is crazy as heck tonight. This reminds me of that full moon when everything kept going on and off and on and off and on and off. And it was like 10 different ones. And I kept coming back on because I was determined. And when that happened, it ended up being a fire across the street from me that same night. Like, soon as I got off the last live here, I looked out the window and a fire truck was coming up the street. And it was a house across the street from me that was on fire. It's that same kind of crazy, like, frantic kind of energy. And I don't understand what that is, but I'm just going to keep on pushing. So 518, it's important to ask for what you want rather than focusing on, it's important to ask for what you need rather than focusing on what you want. Let God give you what will sustain your wellness. I like that one. It's important to ask for what you need rather than focusing on what you want. Let God give you what will sustain your wellness. 111. Let's see. Let's see. What does 111 say? You are one with all that is. Know that all you are doing and giving is for the world and all the beings in it. Ooh, that's a powerful one. You are one with all that is. Know that all you are doing and giving is for the world and all the beings in it. That's like calling you to your divine purpose. It's like saying you're in alignment. You know, you're not separated. You're not. That actually goes into what our topic is going to be about in the new moon conversation tonight, if I could get to it. All right, 222. You have the ability to lift up the hearts of all those around you, like an angel on earth. You were born to shine. You have the ability to lift up the hearts of all those around you, like an angel on the earth. You were born to shine. All right. So for those who came in late, we picked up 3 cards. The first one, willpower, which I clearly need tonight with the technical difficulties. Magic, which I am totally attributing to the new moon energy that we're in, because something about the moon is magical and mystical. And then the third card was excitement, and it's red, obviously. So those are our 3 cards for anyone that came in late. And I'm actually going to pick 3 energy cards, and then I'm going to hop into the new moon conversation tonight. So as I'm shuffling, right, I was doing a lot of reflection on the sacred sexuality topic that we're covering in September. Um, and we usually go into like the sexy aspects of womanhood and femininity on my lives, and y'all know it gets real in here, and we talk about pretty much anything and everything. And I started thinking about the stages of life that we go through, and in relation to the sacred sexuality that develops inside of us. Well, on the last slide, we were talking about how a lot of times the situations that we go through kind of dictates the shame that we have centered around sex, the shame that we feel, and the need to hide that we feel centered around not just our sex but our intimacy with our partners, and our own views on our own body and things that we might see as imperfections with us. And I think that it was just really interesting that I stumbled across a topic that I had learned a long time ago, and it kind of fell in alignment with everything that I wanted to discuss during this new moon. For those of you who don't know, the new moon energy and the energy surrounding the new moon is all about reflection and going inward so that we can move forward with a new plan, and with a new idea, a new, like, fresh of breath air, a breath of fresh air that we're getting every single month when the new moon comes around. And it's an opportunity for us to kind of like start all over again 12 different times during the year. And so when we're going into this new moon energy and we're taking the time to do self-reflection and to tap into whatever we're feeling inside, and possibly doing our Yoni steaming, and tapping into whatever we're seeing, feeling, hearing inside of our wombs and outside of our wombs, and just in general, right? Self-reflection is so important in that process because it's constantly making us go back within, not allowing us to put our power and our energy out to anyone or anything else other than ourselves. We got to know that whatever it is that we think we can find outside of us, we're going to find inside of us. There's nothing and no one outside of us that can give us anything better than what we have inside of us already. And I think that the more that we can come to realization with that and come to grips with that, we're able to see and feel fully what stage of life of our divine journey and talking about sacred sexuality, what stage of that we're in. So we're going to dive into the topic of cycles of life and how it dictates and changes the sacred sexuality that we experience once we get to our adulthood, trying to figure out why and how possibly we're at the place that we're at in our lives. I was feeling two energies earlier before I came on. One was a sense of depression, and it wasn't my own. It was like that same kind of energy that I was feeling stalking me that time when I kept saying, I'm feeling like miscarriage. I'm feeling like somebody in my community is having miscarriage. I don't know who it is. I'm feeling a miscarriage. I'm feeling a miscarriage. And then sure enough, I got 4 or 5 phone calls that week saying, oh my God, I cannot believe that you said on a live that you were feeling miscarriage, because sis, that night I miscarried, or my best friend miscarried, or whoever miscarried in the group. And that was like, whoa. And tonight I felt two different energies. First one was depression. And then the second one was seeking and looking for guidance on what the divine purpose and plan that we are here for is. Somebody is asking themselves in the collective, am I on what my plan, my divine plan and purpose is? Someone is seeking and looking for a way to tap back into and maybe even recalibrate, because maybe you're in a place that feels real far away from your divine plan, and trying to figure out, well, how the hell do I get back on track? If I'm all the way over in left field, but I know I'm supposed to be in right, and maybe I don't want to leave the person that I'm with, or maybe I don't want to detach from the situation I'm going through in life, or maybe I don't want to leave that job and I'm scared that I might not get finances that I'm looking for, or that I would have to go back to looking for some kind of stream of income after I step away from that job. And this is so comfortable for me. Like, we get comfortable and complacent inside of that, and inside of that structure, and inside of the life that we built for ourselves. But when we're going through these different life changes and we're advancing forward, we kind of end up losing ourselves if we aren't careful in the comfortability of life and what's there versus the divine path and purpose that we're supposed to be on. And then when we start to think about our sexuality, right, and how it all taps in, and we start talking about the new moon energy, which brings us back to what we're doing tonight, we got to think about the fact that the new moon and the womb and the sacred sexuality that's centered around that and the life cycles that we're in is all divinely connected to each other, and is dictating our life path, what we're manifesting on a daily basis, whether what we're trying to manifest is coming forward and is being manifested quickly, or whether it's taking a long period of time, or whether we're getting blockages physically, like tumors or masses, or fibroids or cysts or heavy periods or hysterectomies or whatever the hell it looks like inside of our womb. Those are all representations of what's going on internally with our energy. But then the second thing of that is, how am I able to clear that and get rid of that so that I can move forward and I can make sure I'm on my purpose and my path. So there's going to be two things that we talk about tonight. The first one is going to be a reflection question that I'm going to ask throughout this time. This like last 45 minutes that we're on here, I'm going to be asking you this question, and I want you to be asking yourself this question throughout the night, because ultimately it's going to help us get into the next stage and phase of the new moon. And you guys know that throughout this entire month, every Friday I'm going live, or I had some issues this past Friday, but every Friday moving forward, I will be live. And at next week's twerk party that we're having on Blue Jeans, I want us to come back to the cycle of the second cycle that we're going to be in with the moon. So right now we're in a new moon cycle, and each week when we come back on live, there's going to be another question I want you guys to be asking and to be going inward with, and then projecting forward, in connection with the moon cycles. So I just think that all of this is going to help us. I mean, yeah, we're going to be talking about the nasty, freaky, juicy stuff, right? But then the flip side of that is somebody in the collective, because I keep on feeling it, is going through the feeling of depression because they can't figure out their life purpose. And I feel like in order for us to move forward and really get into all of that juicy, freaky shit that we like to talk about, and to really get the most out of that. And when we start talking about how to manifest what we want through sex manifestation, we start talking about how to, climax, because the last conversation we were talking about, us having the ability to climax when we're being intimate with our mates and things like that. And some sisters not ever experiencing that, and others experiencing it all the time. And I mean, just all kind of topics that are coming up in this. We still, all at the base of all of that comes back down to whether we are really healing the stuff that's underneath that and giving ourselves an opportunity to move forward. So, first card that I got, because I picked energy cards because I just felt led to do that, was Raven. And we got this the last time I picked cards actually from this deck. First card I got was Raven. The Raven energy is the energy of the crow. Crows come around when something is dead. Crows are also very mystical birds, and kind of get a bad rep because they come around when something is dead and they feed off of what is no longer needed. So it's kind of like that plucking out of what we're currently going through in order to be able to decipher what we no longer need, which is that reflection period that we're in. It goes perfectly with this new moon energy. The fact that the card is so dark, because during the new moon, the sky is dark. There is no moon in the sky. that raven energy is the plucking out and the reflection that we need to be doing right now during this period of time while we're moving forward. All right, so I ain't going to speak to y'all a whole lot tonight. I am going to tell y'all what the question is that I want us to reflect on. And so though, I'm going to do this a little differently because, usually I would just put all the cards up front. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to incorporate them throughout our conversation. By the way, I am doing 2 more giveaways. So be listening out. I'm giving away a pack of Palo Santos sticks, and I'm going to give away another Yoni steam, another mini bag of Yoni steam. So be listening out. What was the... Oh, I'm sorry. The question that we are going to ask ourselves tonight is, I want you guys to think about 5 things, tiers that I'm going to call them, that are stopping you from moving forward in your life. What are 5 things that, if you can drop them right now, if you can identify them and drop them right now, it's preventing you from moving forward in your life? And some people are going to be like, oh, I don't have an issue. Things are flowing for me right now. I'm going to challenge you to think beyond the surface. Think about and dig a little bit deeper than what we initially. Don't be really quick to just say there's nothing there. There's always something that we can prune out in order for something else to grow. That's just how life works, right? Every plant has to be pruned. Every tree has to have some leaves plucked eventually throughout it in order for it to flourish even more. So I'm going to encourage everyone to think about it. So what are 5 things that are preventing you from moving forward at this present time of your life? Think about it. Malvina, I see that you said, I'm always asking that because I want to have some other vision for guidance, and that's because I feel blocked from seeing what's next for me. Sis, sometimes we aren't supposed to know. Sometimes we want to know, but we aren't supposed to know. Sometimes what's on the other side of our biggest and wildest imagination is so much more than what we could ever prepare for and expect to have coming toward us, that if we knew that it was coming, we would be our biggest and most difficult blockage to overcome. So sometimes the Most High, our spirit guides, whatever form of energy, the universe that you believe in, things stop themselves from being seen. The Most High stops us from being able to see what's coming towards us, because if we knew that this blessing was coming or this life circumstance was coming, we would be self-sabotagers. Sometimes we can't wrap our minds around how big we about to be, how great we're destined to be, how on point we are, how we can say what we want and bam, it's there. The power of the tongue, and when you connect it to the power of the mind, is so damn strong and powerful at moving things forward. We have no idea. Steph has to be a constant reminder to me throughout the work week, sis, your tongue got power. Now I know that. And it's funny because throughout life, we teach people, right? And then those people are the same people that come back to teach us when we need it. And I just be grateful for the time that I've spent with this sister on a regular basis. And we've talked about topics that were so deep, because sometimes I just be like, yeah, this week, I just feel like I'm about to cancel all this crap. And next thing I know, it'll be a problem on whatever software we're using. And everything that we're trying to do, we be getting messages the whole time, like, oh yeah, your post didn't go up. Oh yeah, your stuff. I literally canceled out through the power of my tongue, just saying this week I ain't feeling it. I literally canceled out whatever was supposed to be happening in a business on the electronic side, so that nothing posted. And then exactly what I said about everything being canceled, being posted, actually ended up being canceled. And then I'll be like, oh shit, I do got that power. I forgot. You know what I mean? So that's my response to you, Malvin. I'm sorry to go off on a long tangent. 5 things that are stopping or preventing you from moving forward in life. Yes. Let's identify 5 things so that we can do the work to get rid of them throughout this month. While we're like making our, I'm just going to be real with this. Y'all know I get real in my lives. While we making our pussies nice and wet and juicy and healed and all this other kind of fabulous things that we're doing to it through Yoni steaming and talking to all this, the sacred sexuality stuff that we're talking, I want us to also be removing the underlying stuff so that we're not having any blockage in manifesting what we want sexually or physically throughout life. All right. So first card that we had was the Raven energy. I showed you guys. I really feel like it's the energy of the moon that we're in right now. The need to be able to pluck it. Tashia, fear, support, money, lack of ideas, consistency. I love it. Fear, support, money, lack of ideas, and consistency. So let me write this down because Spirit just gave me something that we're going to do at the end of this. We're going to have some accountability buddies in this group. We're going to have accountability buddies because I feel like so many of us probably are dealing with the same thing. Like when I look at fear, I'm thinking like, okay, fear. I can imagine how many more people want to say that. And then I look down and Mal says fear of the unknown, which is really deep because I think all of us kind of deal with fear in some aspect and we don't even really realize it, you know? Support. Do you feel like you're unsupported? Or do you feel like the support that you're giving to others is preventing you from moving forward? Because I have 2 different responses to that, depending on which one it is. So is it the support that you're giving or the support that you feel like you're lacking? Tashia. Money, baby. We are as abundant as you can imagine. Even in the times where money might be slow, right? It might be dripping in little by little. It might be feeling like it's not there. There is so much abundance in life. And the more that we are raising our frequencies to be on this place of like, I know that I can manifest any and everything that I want. And as soon as I say it be and it is, you know, some people get shaken up by that kind of consciousness of thinking. But I'm going to tell you why I'm comfortable of having that level of consciousness of thinking. So for those of us who come from Abrahamic tradition based faith bases, right? Meaning Christians, Jews, Muslims, any of those sects, then we're going to have the feeling or the emotion that, oh, there's a Most High and the Most High is dictating everything. But I'm a firm believer that there is limited free will in all of us, and that limited free will allows us to be able to co-create with the Most High and with the universe. It's like, huh? That kind of contradicts yourself. No, because you have all the power inside of you. We are all holding an aspect of the universe and divine creation inside of us, meaning we don't have to look outside of ourselves to manifest what we want. Because the fact that I can say, oh, I don't feel like doing it today, and it get canceled, means that the power of my tongue is real. And even if I was believing in a higher power, right, that brings us back to the realization that we have an aspect of the higher power. So even if you're Christian, Muslim, or Jew, and you believe that the Most High is the one that's dictating everything, there is a process of co-creation where everything that we do is bringing something forward to us or taking something away from us. And the fact that we can sink our teeth into the idea that my tongue has the ability to manifest whatever I want at this moment, or I have the ability to cancel whatever I don't want at this moment, means that I have the ability to shift my reality beyond what I want, or not shift my reality and be stuck as hell. Those are my two realities. And with that, brings this sense of like, oh, okay, well, since I know I have the power to co-create, then that means whatever I don't see here in front of me, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, well, I'm about to manifest that. If I have a lack of money, sometimes I do, and maybe we need to do this. Shit is, oh, excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. Like, spirit's flowing through me, so I'm just saying, like, whatever. I'm just being real with you, like, it's just coming through, right? So, excuse my tongue if I get like, anyway. I'm going to do a challenge of manifest $1,000 this week. We're going to do $1,000 manifestation challenge. Like, instead of planning for what the heck we're going to do in the future, we're going to do it right now. So I'm letting you know I'm getting ready to do the $1,000 manifestation challenge in 1 week. And I'm going to come on live tomorrow, and then I'll be on live again on Tuesday. So for the Tuesday Rise and Grind. So if you guys are able to tap in, then do it. But I'm going to be giving tips on how we're getting ready to do this. I'm not going to get into it real deep tonight because it's so many other things that I want to cover, and I don't want to hold y'all all night. Like, I'm sure that y'all could probably sit here and listen to me forever, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to do it throughout Monday and Tuesday, but I am going to introduce the $1,000 challenge at times. And I'm going back to what Tashia said, at times where I felt like, dang, I don't know where I'm getting ready to have the money. And it's funny because I was driving down the street earlier and I was thinking of all the bills that I had and the amount of money I had. And I was like, oh yeah, it's time for $1,000 challenge. Yes, it's time for that. It's time for me to do the $1,000 manifestation. In the $1,000 manifestation, I wake up every single morning and I play motivational talks or speeches or whatever it is that I want to do. I wake up and I say a certain list of affirmations. If you want it, say me, and I will forward it to you in email, the list of affirmations. I wake up and I say the affirmations after I watch my motivational things, and I do a small meditation in the morning where I tell myself everything that I need to hear before I move forward in my day. And then I say, oh, I know $1,000 get ready to land. I sure will. I'll send all of y'all that are singing me. $1,000 is getting ready to land in my wallet. I don't have to worry about how it's coming. I don't have to care about whether I know it's getting ready to come or not come. Like, I know that it's getting ready to come. You know what I mean? I designate, and this is going to sound crazy as hell, but this is what I do. I designate my mailbox as my check holder. Like, oh, mailbox, if I leave out the house, you are to pick up every check that's getting ready to come to me. You're getting ready to make sure that every check, every money order, every kind of anything dealing with money in abundance that's getting ready to come to me, yeah, you're responsible for holding on to that. Thank you very much, mailbox. Literally, I talk around and I assign things in my house. And I know this sounds crazy, but this is the energy of like, yo, everything around me is getting ready to bring abundance to me. There's nothing in my path, in my house, in my friends, in my energy, in my whatever that's getting ready to stop it. Anything that is there, you're getting ready to get removed. So if the mailbox want to decide that it's getting ready to not be holding on to my checks and my money orders and things, yeah, mailbox, we get ready to get rid of you. We getting ready to designate the damn front door, is it, or something? You know what I'm saying? But that's how it really is. And then I say, oh yeah, and phone, every cash app that's getting ready to come to my wallet and PayPal, yeah, I'm designating y'all to hold the money. When I'm a little busy right now and I'm working with clients, I'm designating you to hold all of my cash. Can you do that for me? Thanks. I really appreciate you, Cash App and PayPal. Thank you. And then whatever means that I know in the past has generated some form of income for me, I instantly go and I do that. So for example, for those of you who don't know, y'all know I'm like a jack of all trades. I'm an air sign. I'm all over the place all the time, right? I do hair. And so I know that if I drop an ad right now, I can have clients walking through my door every day as much as I want to. So I'm going to drop ads in the beginning of the week, meaning tomorrow, that's going to allow hair clients to come to me, right? And as I'm tying this, I'm like, yeah, and everything that I'm putting in here at the end of when I write whatever my ad is, I say being it is, because I know that there is nothing in my way of manifesting all that I want. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. I don't have to chase money. Money chases me. Like, these are the affirmations that I say that I'm going to send to y'all. But I say on a regular basis, and I say them 3 times. I go down the whole entire list and I say them 3 times. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. There is nothing inside There is nothing in my way, in front of me, behind me, or either side of me that is preventing me from getting everything that is due to me from the universe. I know that I can manifest, and I have the power to manifest all that I desire and throughout my life. There is nothing in my home, in my body, in my energy field, in my whatever that is preventing me from manifest. So I go through my whole list of manifestation. And after I do that, I say, all right, being it is. And I'm going about my way. And sometimes we get down to, so like we start this on Monday, sometimes we get down to Sunday night, right? And I check my balance on my PayPal, and I count up the checks that's in my mailbox, and they be at like $875, and I be like, shit, oh my God, hey, how are you? I'm glad you can make it, Kelsey. Sometimes I'll be there and I'll be like, oh my God, am I getting ready to like miss the other $125 that I said the mailbox getting ready to hold? Like, yo, mailbox, I designated you. And then I be having to set myself back like, oh no, sis, you got this. Yo, you manifest all that you want. There's nothing that you don't manifest that you know that you're supposed to have. So we ain't about to worry about the 125, because the 125 is about to show up. Every time I feel myself getting ready to get into panic mode, I got to snap myself back and be like, oh no, I manifested though, because my womb is clear. And that's another thing. If your cycle is on right now, then you can't, unfortunately. But Yoni steam. Every time a doubt or a thought comes into your mind where you feel like you might not be getting ready to be able to manifest whatever you want, Yoni steam. Because Yoni steaming is going to allow you to move whatever that emotion and that feeling is, and even come down to being one with whatever that is, so that we can remove the blockage and then remove it so that you can keep on manifesting. So anyway, so then we get down to Sunday night, and I'm like, oh my God, it's 125. I still got to do 125. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. And then I set myself back, and then I wake up Monday morning. And maybe my cutoff is like 12 noon Monday, right? The following Monday. And I wake up Monday morning, and my account says, you have a deposit from so-and-so who joined your Yoni Steaming and Divine Herbal Connections course. You have 3 orders that just came in through Walmart. You have this, you have that, you have that. And I look up and I'm $25 or I'm $5, I'm $3 above what I set my goal and my plan to be. And then I remember, and I become one with the fact that I have the power to manifest whatever the hell I want in my life. And I don't allow anything to make me feel like I can't. And then I get energized and I do it again. So I think that this month, sorry, because I got off on a tangent. We were supposed to be doing some other stuff, but I'm just going to let Spirit do this the way the Spirit doing it, right? This month, we're going to do a $1,000 money manifestation challenge every single week. I'm going to send everyone who sent me, Kelsey, I know you came in afterwards, but I can send you the affirmations that we use for money manifestation. And let's do this. Let's kick this thing up. For anybody who's having problems with abundance, with finances, anything like that, we get ready to get rid of that, and we're getting ready to manifest $1,000. And then we're going to come back in the different nights that, whatever days we go live and things like that. And if you're able to jump on and be like, yo, sis, I'm at $400. Yo, sis, I'm at $550. Yo, sis, I'm at $650. I'm a little afraid. I don't know if it's happening. It's Friday. I'm getting kind of close. It's like, oh no, baby, let's do this. We got this. You know what I'm saying? So I feel, oh Lord, I'm getting chills all over my head, y'all. I feel like my skin standing straight up on me. Everything that we're getting ready to do, y'all, I feel it. A major shift is coming. Things are getting ready to shift. And the people who are in the collective right now, like, this is the prime time. Hey, oh my God, all these people I've never met before. Hi, Antoinette. I'm so happy you are here. I'm so happy that you're able to join us on this live. I do not recognize your name. So I'm greeting you, and I want to say welcome to the Red Tent and welcome to this community. And whatever you might want to share, you might have to say, please feel free. My name is Hadida. Nice to meet you. All right. So, y'all know that I usually remember people's names when they come on. So I got to do my whole little thing that I usually do. So anyway, but we get ready to manifest this, y'all, and we're getting ready to kick it up, and we're getting ready to manifest $1,000. So let's do this, because at the end of this month, we can be sitting on $4,500. And then maybe the next month we might be willing to get ready to amp it up again, and maybe we do 1,200 or maybe we do 1,500, and every month we amp it up, because I feel like abundance with all of these wombs in this space. And see, that's the power of women collectively coming together. We got that myth that, oh, if you get with a group of women, they get ready to be catty, they get ready to be a mess, they get ready to be backbiting, they get ready to be vicious, they get ready to be this, they get ready to be that. There's all these different emotions and thought processes centered around coming together with a group of women that makes you feel like, oh damn, I can't trust none of these people. You know what I mean? I can't be friends with women and it go well. Like every time I get with a woman, it gets messy. Like, nah, we gotta drop that. Cause in the red tent, I don't allow space for that. So I trust and I believe that everybody that's coming into my tribe and that's coming into this group, we getting ready to be manifesting big things. You know what I'm saying? So all right, let me go back and read these comments. I'm going to show you the next card that was there. I'm going to do another raffle, and then we're going to jump into these stages of life that we're going through. All right, so let's scroll back up here. So yes, I said 5 things that are stopping or preventing you from moving forward in life. Yeah, so remember, the question we're asking ourselves tonight is, what are 5 things that are stopping or preventing you from moving forward in life? We're identifying that tonight during this new moon energy. Okay. And so I had gotten on that long tangent because my sister, she has said fear, support, money, lack of ideas, and consistency. Malvina said fear of the unknown, mindset, allowing myself to grow and be happy in the now versus looking for the future, self-sabotage, and feeling of lack. And since you identify self-sabotage to be one of those, Mal, I'm actually going to challenge what you said previously of like, oh man, I want to know what's coming. That's why your spirit guides and the Most High don't allow you to always know what's coming. Because if you knew what huge abundance was getting ready to fall into your lap, you would get scared and you would be figuring out ways to self-sabotage it. Even though we'd be like, oh yeah, send me the money, baby. Send me the clients. Like, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to be real with y'all. Y'all know I try to be as transparent as I can. The whole time I'm saying, yeah, Walmart, send me this contract, Walmart. Yeah, come on, Target. Yeah, put me in storefronts. Yeah, let me be the first Yoni steam on somebody's shelf. The whole time I'll be like, oh my God, am I getting ready to be able to do this? Like, I'm getting ready to be able to fulfill all these packages. I'm getting ready to like have the manpower. I'm getting ready to like my mind is literally doing tug of war. And then I got to say it back and be like, oh, baby, you got this. What are you talking about? We don't allow no space in here for you to be like thinking you're not getting ready to be able to have stuff together. Like, you have the support system around you that you're going to be able to package up 1 million on these teams if Walmart said it tonight. So like, there's no need to worry. And then the other side of that is, oh God, this is so crazy. I'm receiving so much at the same time. I'm sorry, y'all. The other side of that is, yo, if we know that we manifested some major stuff, start preparing now. That's the secret that I forgot to say to manifestation. Start preparing now. Because when Walmart comes to me, right, and they say, Hadida, we're signing you for a contract of 2,000 Yoni steams, and we need them by Friday, and it's Sunday night. And I'm sitting here like, Friday? And then after that, we need it every 2 weeks within 24 hours of when we send the email. I got to know that if I'm praying for that kind of magnitude of growth, if I'm praying to be in these different major stores, I'm preparing now. I'm not waiting for universe to come and drop this big ass bottle of a blessing in my lap and then be like, oh Lord, I'm struggling with it. Nah, we're preparing ourselves now to be able to accept the blessings that are coming so that we aren't caught with our pants down. That's the other side of manifestation. Since I know what's coming, I'm preparing now. Since I know what's coming, me and Rakai are bagging up bags of Yoni steam every Monday and Tuesday. I know what's coming. I'm stockpiling stuff. I know I'm getting ready to have 15 more in-home Yoni steaming parties this month. So that means that I need to be doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're actively working towards preparing for the blessing that we know is coming, because this is not an option. This is us co-creating with the universe, Most High, angels, whatever you believe in, to manifest what you want. All right, so I'm done talking. Let me scroll down again. Sorry. One of my biggest one is being on the front line and unprotected. Another one is standing in my womanhood. Damn, those is deep, Shayla. All right, so one of my biggest ones is being on the front line and unprotected. Oh, that was heavy. I support a lot of people, but when it comes time to support me, they don't. So let me tell you, sis. I suffered through this a lot before. And what my suggestion to sisters who are supports to everybody else is that you find a support system outside of the people that you are assisting to be your support. Because if we depend on those who we are helping to get us out of the hole or out of the hurdle or out of the whatever that we're in, then we got to trust and we got to know that they are going to fall. They're going to fail each and every time. Why? Because they came to us for support, which means that they were not strong enough to suffice themselves at the time. So we can't take, or we got to shift our thinking to be like, if I'm helping you, I'm not expecting you to help me. You're coming to me for help as my sister, as my friend, as my husband, as my whoever, and waiting on me to help you because you need that. So if I decide to help you, I'm going to give a view of my energy, and I'm either going to tap into either your outside support system, like coming to the red tent and getting rejuvenated, or like calling me and talking and like building sister connections outside of the people who need you, or I'm relying on the Most High and I'm working actively to build a relationship with my spirit guides, the universe, the Most High, whatever ways that's getting ready to recharge me and reboot me outside of those people who are asking me for help. That way, when they are able to help and assist me at that time, I'm not worried anymore about whether I'm going to be taken care of, because I know that the Most High, the universe, these other sisters that are supporting me got me. You know what I mean? And then I also check in with myself and I know that I'm good and I'm safe inside of my space. You know what I mean? So that's my suggestion for that. And it's something I used to struggle with a lot because I do give out a lot more, way more than I usually receive. So I had to become okay with looking at Most High, universe, spirit, whatever your thing is, that's going to recharge me, and knowing that I can trust that and I'm safe for that. And then having those sisters that no matter what you can call, and if you need to be at an event, you have that, and you can be free with that, and you can be safe in that space. You know what I mean? The power of the tongue is mighty. Absolutely. I understand, but you are speaking to the depressed one in the group and the person seeking their divine purpose. Ashe, with the spirit coming through on the daggone energy. Yes, Ashe. Man, let me burn some daggone incense, y'all. Yes, because I told y'all, and if you came in late and you didn't hear it, that I was feeling the energy of the depression and the energy of seeking for purpose. And says you in the right space. You in the space of women who are constantly supporting and encouraging each other. Like, if we let you stay in that space of depression, in that space of feeling like you can't get whatever you need, then I'm not your sister. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can't allow you to suffer in front of me, and for me to see you suffering, and for me to allow you to stay there, knowing that everything you're going through, everything you're struggling with is ultimately, whether I realize it or not, going to affect me, because you are a part of the divine feminine. And all of that energy of all these wounds bleeding every single month, or if you're not bleeding anymore, you're in menopause, you had hysterectomy, you're still energetically, even if you had hysterectomy, you're still energetically going through that, right? You're still energetically going through a cycle. But even if you're in that space of menopause, we have all this collective energy every single month going through the same cycle. We got the new moon, cyclers, people who are menstruating during the new moon. We got the full moon menstruators holding down the full moon. I mean, we got 2 major weeks. It's like boom, 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 right? This energy is flowing every single month with the sisters. We all here, we all here, we all here. If I allow you to stay in that space, you're ultimately going to be in a space where you are affecting the energy of the divine feminine. So as your sister, I can't watch you suffer knowing that we're all pushing towards forward and leave you behind. So you're in the right space. I know you don't get a chance to come on often, but if you need to reach out to me, and I'm getting ready to drop my stuff right now, feel free, because this is what this is all about. And y'all know, if y'all come on here often, y'all know that I can give a damn less about how many views I got on YouTube, or how many sisters think I'm popular or fit. Like, that's not my thing. My thing is, I'm genuinely trying to help sisters heal their wombs, get to a place where we're all working on our divine purpose and we're advancing ourselves. We're moving forward and we're pushing each other, and we have a group and a collective of sisters who are all searching for that biggest and greatest and highest good. So, um, my email and my phone number. Consider it done. Oh, hell yeah. Damn, I got mad comments that chose for me too. Welcome. My name is already racing. Mine is already racing and looked in. Peace, Antoinette. Welcome. Hey, I caught you a couple of times a while back. Thanks for positive reading. Level up time. Absolutely. Word, Bree. I'm just seeing your message, and I'm just releasing it because it makes me hold, like, it'll hold it if it has like any curse words or whatever. It'll hold it on my side for me to have to. But that's exactly what it is. I only have God friends because women is drama. Yes, head ass people. Absolutely. Um, it's so true. The mind be tricking you, Molly. It will trick you out of your position. Oh, absolutely. We need to change it. So true. Yes, find your tribe and your lane. Oh Lord, shut up, Stephanie. I'm just getting down to your comments because I was sitting here freaking. Oh, child, it's flowing through, and then my doesn't want to burn. Give without expecting and protect your energy. Absolutely, the energy you kept saying hysterectomy. Wait, sis, what I keep saying hysterectomy about? I don't even know. See, that's how spirit just be moving through, because I'm saying like what's coming to me. I'm not thinking. I'm just, oh, you had one. Mm, right, interesting. That's interesting that I picked it up. You still have an energetic womb. I think it's a common misconception that women think that they don't have wombs anymore. If they had a hysterectomy, you still have a womb. You still have a womb. Just like the sisters who have gone through menopause already and are no longer cycling, still have the ability to, and actually have more ability, because now they're in their wisdom phase. They're in a phase where they spew wisdom. They are no longer releasing their life force. They're holding their life force, and their life force creates wisdom inside of the womb, right? And so for the sisters out here who have had hysterectomy, yeah, I was going to say you probably will still experience all of the feelings of as if your cycle is getting ready to come on, but you just won't bleed, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Because whether you know it or not, mm, I feel you, sis. Whether you know it or not, the power is not necessarily in the blood itself, but in the womb space. You know what I mean? So let's do a giveaway real quick. So I'm gonna give away a pack of Palo Santos. Palo Santos, for those who don't know, is another way of smudging your space for energy. It's a wood, very sweet fragrance when you burn it. Um it is going to help to cleanse your space. Make sure that if you are saging or you are burning Palo Santos or you doing any kind of cleansing, if you are drawing salt circles or any of those things that we have discussed in previous lives, that you are always leaving windows open. There needs to be air circulation in and throughout the house whenever you are cleansing and you are trying to release energy and protect your space, right? So make sure you are leaving windows open. But Palo Santos is a wood that is very good for cleansing, as is rosemary. I don't know why, but I'm being led to say that, so I'm going to say it. Rosemary is also very good for cleansing your space. So is cinnamon sticks. If you have cinnamon sticks, you can burn a cinnamon stick the same way that you can burn sage. And like those little charcoal discs that you can get like at the Islamic store or cultural stores, get that, put it on fire, and put the cinnamon stick on top. Walk around your house in a circle and cleanse your space. Same way that you can do like with rosemary. So I'm not going to, so I'm going to say it. Who can tell me, and while I'm waiting for you guys to drop your answers below and we see who is the first person who puts it and wins the bag of Palo Santos, I'm going to read the next card that's here. But who can tell me what is the color of the sacral chakra? First person who puts it down will get a pack of Palo Santos. So the second card that we had was loss. And I feel like we got the energy of crow or the raven, which is death, right? Kelsey, you got it. We got the energy of the raven, which is, or crow, which is death, right? The plucking out of what's no longer needed. And then after we pluck that out, even though we're the ones who removed it, sometimes we go through this sense of depression and mourning because it's like, oh my God, I lost something I've been holding on to. It's like, you know that it's the best thing that ever could have happened to you. Y'all ever experienced this? But you like, even though you had to let that go and you know that it was no longer serving you, you like was like, oh damn, oh I gotta let it go. You let it go and it's like, oh, now you go through a whole sense of depression and go through a whole sense of sadness because something that you were so comfortable with is like, it was like your comfort blanket. You had threw it over you and you took it wherever you wanted to go and you would pack it and stuff it down into your pocketbook, or you would throw it over your shoulder, or you would cover your head with it when you didn't want to be bothered, or you would like, cry into it when you were sad. Whatever that problem, that baggage was, right, that you've been holding on to, it's like we suffer that sense of that feeling of loss, like, oh man, I lost something. But then after you realize, oh shoot, I didn't lose, I had to recalibrate. That's why I like that word, recalibrate. I didn't lose nothing, I just recalibrated. I just shifted every gear, and when gears shift, stuff gets turned around and gets moved, right? All the main pieces are still there, but any residue that's in between those little gears and those wheels that are no longer needed is being shifted, it's being moved, it's being turned, it's being recalibrated so that it can kick up to the next level. So when we lose whatever we think that we're losing, that we aren't really losing, we're just advancing ourselves forward, we suffer that feeling of loss. We suffer that feeling like, damn, I don't want to let that go. Or like we literally go through sometimes a process of mourning. And then we snap out. We got to snap out. If we don't snap ourselves back, we have to learn how to snap ourselves back so that we can be like, oh, okay, I'm cool. Oh, let me brush myself off. Let me get myself up. Let me fix my tits. You know what I'm saying? Let me put them joints up and get them running to where I'm supposed to be. Y'all know I ain't got no sense. Let me write down it. Kelsey wanted. Kelsey, email me your address where you want me to send this to, doll. Email me your address. Kelsey wanted a pack of Palo Santos. Email me your address, and that way, I'll send it out to you. All right, so let's get into these stages of life real quick because it's 9:00 and I've been running my mouth. But I really want to cover this because I feel like in the things that are getting ready to come throughout this month, no problem. What's getting ready to come throughout this month with sacred sexuality and us diving into all of these juicy topics about how to make our pussies real wet and how to make our sex real good and how to make our orgasms real over the top and how to make sure that if we aren't climaxing or we've never climaxed before, that we learn how to climax by the end of this month. While we're going through all of that kind of stuff, like the flip side of that is that all that underground work needs to be done. So don't forget the question, 5 things, if you have not answered it within yourself, And if you don't want to share, that's fine. But 5 things that are holding you back that you want to release during this new moon, or that you want to reflect on for us to begin to release during the next week. All right. So it's really interesting. We go through 7-year cycles in life. As we're progressing, and if you think back, think about what age you are right now and what you went through at each of these 7 increments that I'm getting ready to give you. And some people say that these 7 increments also align with the 7 chakras that are in the body, right? But in these seven year cycles of life, major things are happening. Major development is being done. Our cells are literally dying off and rejuvenating themselves every 7 years. The science behind the number 7 and the energy of completion and working towards completion and putting in the work and waiting for it to the fruits of the labor to come is so massive when we start working towards accomplishing major things. So in our life cycle of 0 to 7 years, and I got notes because I mean, y'all know I'm an air sign, so I might look down at my stuff and my brain might be over in the left corner and it's supposed to be in the right. I'm just being real. So don't mind me if I'm looking down. But in our 0 to 7 years of life, so from the age that we're 0 to 7, we're going through the stage where we are literally sponges. We are literally absorbing every thought, every emotion, and every life circumstance that the people around us have gone through. We are taking all of that and we're absorbing it. We are the biggest empaths on the planet Earth. So everything that a child goes through, specifically if it's traumatizing, between the ages of 0 and 7, is going to be one of the hardest things to get rid of. The older you get and the longer you leave it there, it's going to be one of the hardest things to get rid of during your cycles of life, right? So that's why it's so important that when we realize something is there, we go back and we actually do the work to help heal it and to help get rid of it and to help to release the trauma so that we can move forward. But those years of 0 to 7, they call that the cycle of feeling, the cycle where I absorb everything that's around me, and that's what I identify as my reality. That's what I hold on to as my reality. Between the ages of 7 and 14, they call it the cycle of the intellect. The cycle of the intellect is the cycle where we are now realizing, oh, okay, I have a brain, right? I have a way of being able to think. When I'm up to 7, the only thing that I really know how to do, you know how children just like, oh, they whine. At that age, they're whiners. They're whiners because they don't think, they're not using the intellectual side of their brain to be able to say, oh, okay, that was a pain, or that was a problem, or that was an issue. I can shift it like this. I can do this, and I can move it like that, and then it won't hurt anymore. No, they whine instead because they don't have the realization that they have the ability to change that. Between the ages of 7 and 14, though, you start to develop the side of your brain that says, oh, okay, I have an intellect. I have a way and ability to think. Oh, so now since I have that, let me test it out. Let me figure out like if this is exactly what I'm thinking is supposed to be happening, or like what my parents said was real or true. Like, let me see if that's kind of like really what it is. So in that age, they're getting ready to get into that preteen stage, or they're in that preteen stage and they're feeling this sense of like, well, who am I? Like, is what my parents said true? And there's, if they are a child that is mischievous, or if we are children that are mischievous, we're going to like do little mischievous things to see the reaction of our family, because we're associating, remember, coming out of that space of emotion, we're associating the reaction that our parents gave us or the people around us giving us as a reality. And that's how we determine what is real and what's not, or what's good or what's bad, or like, you know what I mean? So we're taking the emotions of what we feel to be the thing that shifts our consciousness forward and helps us to kind of process it to start to develop who we are. Between the ages of 14 and 21, it is called the age in the cycle of identity. You are full throttle in trying to figure out who the hell you are. Everything that your parents told you, you're questioning. You're at the stage of rebellion, full blown out rebellion between the ages of 14 and 21. This is the age where people are trying to figure themselves out because we're looking for ways to test all of those theories that we've now have sucked up through our parents and our environment. And it's usually the first time that if you're going to be on your own, you might start trying to venture out towards the year of 21, right? Because now we think we're adults and we move forward and like, hey, we could do what we want. And so you're learning yourself. It's the age and this place of self discovery and like where you fit in into the world. It's like, is the world and me, like, are we the same thing? Like, maybe I don't really like my parents the way I thought I did. Like, I can leave them and I can go on my own. I can go to college. I can do me. It's like you're totally discovering yourself. Then you get to the cycle of 21 to 28, and it's called the cycle of maturity. This is when you step out from looking at like how you step out into the world and you start looking at like, oh, okay, I know that these are things that I like and these are things that I don't like. And this is a place where I want to try to figure out if the way that I thought I originally fit into the world is exactly how it's supposed to be happening for me. So I'm going to test out these different things that I realize are realities for me when I was between the ages of 14 and 21. And now I'm going to move forward in that and finish figuring out exactly where my place is in life and in the world. Okay. So I'm going to go through all these stages and then I'm going to go back because I know that I think I know that a lot of the collective are either getting ready to turn the digits of 7 this year that's coming up, like for our birthdays, or just did. And so you'll be able to kind of like look at the cycles that are happening in your life and like look back and be like, oh, okay. So maybe that thing that happened to me when I was 7, maybe the molestation that happened to me at 7 is the reason why I still have this emotion right here. And that's the shame that I feel around sex. You know what I mean? All right. So anyway, between the ages of 28 and 35, it is considered the cycle of seeking the kingdom within. I know now where I fit in the world. And so now that I know where I fit in the world, I am looking at myself. I'm seeing myself as a whole universe inside. Things that I didn't even realize were realities for me before. I realize are realities for me now because I've experienced where I am in connection with the world and everything that's outside of me. And then now that I have that realization, I realize that I'm a whole kingdom and a whole place to discover inside of me. So now I am very easily, I'm moving into the space of